Hello guys, today we'll analyze the Indian tire industry and we'll see whether if there are good stocks to invest in this industry. So let's begin. Sales trend of the tire industry from year FY 2010. We can see this graph is gradually increasing every year. Although in FY20, the automobile cycle was already facing a slowdown, and then in the last month, that is March, there was COVID, due to which whole industry was in a decreasing phase, and because of which tire sales decreased. And FY21 was no exception. There was second wave of COVID, because of which there were less sales in the automobile sector, and whole economy was on a slowdown and tire industry faced the same issue. Because of this, we can see this graph decreasing in the last 2 years. But according to forecasts, the sales of tire industry are going to increase rapidly from FY22. So which is a good news. We can see that by the year FY24, there are estimations that sales might reach 800 billion rupees. So, which is a very huge figure. Also, guys, please don't forget to like the video if you found the content useful, and do subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for being updated. Now, moving on. So what are the revenue sources for the Indian tire companies? So if we divide the whole sector, we can find three major revenue sources. First is OEM, which are original equipment manufacturers, which are generally the automobile companies. Now tire companies have a tie-up with automobile manufacturers because they are the largest customers for the tire industry. So as these OEMs are the largest customers for the tire companies, so the sales of tire companies usually depend upon the contracts with these OEMs. Now the second market where we consumers are the major part is the domestic replacement market. It is a market for replacing our tires. Generally tires have a limited tire life, which is in terms of kilometers, let's say 30,000 kilometer, 40,000 kilometer, and after which we need to replace our tires. So we go to shop and we buy a new tire, and we can also replace our old tires if they are in appropriate condition. So this is the market for the replacement. Now the third type is exports. Can either export tires for the replacement purpose in the other countries or export to the OEMs of the other countries. Now the strengthening replacement market. In FY20, we know that there was automobile slowdown, because of which sales to OEM declined by almost 16.3% year on year basis, and replacement market also declined by 2.6%. So we can see that decline in OEM market was more than the decline in the replacement market. So replacement market share increased to 58%. That means out of the total revenue tire companies are generating, 58% is coming from replacement market. Now if we discuss the composition of tire, that which materials are used in a tire. So if we look at passenger or light truck tires, we can see that 26% are fillers. Fillers consist of generally silica and carbon black. Now 14% are antioxidants, 19% is natural rubber, synthetic polymer is 24%, which are generally butadiene or styrene butadiene, 12% in steel, and textile is 4%. In this textile, 95% times this nylon or rayon is used. Now if we look at the composition of truck tires, we can see antioxidants are 10%, fillers are 24%, while there is no use of textile, while use of steel is more in truck tires, while synthetic polymers are 11%, which are less than the natural rubber. So we can see in composition of truck tires, more of natural rubber is used than, and in composition of passenger tires we can see lesser natural rubber is used. Now if we look at the key drivers which will impact the tire industry, First one, of course, the Indian automobile sector, and we can see it is growing, and more overseas manufacturers are coming to this country, setting up their manufacturing plant, which will definitely increase the demand for tires in future. Electric vehicles are different from ICE vehicles, which are internal combustion engines, which runs on petrol gas. So in these electric vehicles, the value of torque is high, due to which the wear and tear in tires is more quickly. So because of this factor, tire industry in India is estimated to grow by 9 to 11% in terms of unit volume. Also, the tire industry will have to use more carbon black. Carbon black is a carbon compound which is used in the tire as a filler. Now, what does this carbon black do to the tire? It helps conduct heat away from the tread and belt area of the tire. It also helps in reducing thermal damage and increasing the tire life. Now, this carbon black will help tire companies to reduce that wear and tear and make their tire more stronger, which is compatible to the higher torque of the electric vehicles. But there is one drawback of this carbon black, that it is not good for the environment. So companies are also looking to limit the use of this compound. Philips Carbon Black Limited is one of the company which is manufacturing carbon black compound. We can see that company has a market cap above rupees 4,000 crores. The PE ratio of the stock is 13.52, which is less than the sector PE, which is around 23.67. Also, the PB ratio is around 2, which is less than the sector PB, which is more than 3. Now, another stock is Himadri Specialty Chemicals Limited. We can see the PE ratio of the stock is around 45, which is more than the sector PE, almost double. Sector PE is around 23, while PB ratio is just 1.24, while sector PB is 3.21. Tire industry is also increasing the use of highly dispersible silica. Now, this silica component helps in lowering the resistance in the tires, that is the friction. So it improves the physical and dynamic properties of the tire, such as it helps in improving the tensile resistance, abrasion resistance. Abrasion resistance means the wear and tear. It helps in reducing the wear and tear of the tire. Also provides wet grip, that is, if the roads are wet, it will provide stability to the tire and helps in reduction of accidents. So if companies are using less of carbon black, that means they are increasing the consumption of highly dispersible silica. One stock which, or one company which provides highly dispersible silica is Tata Chemicals. Now Tata Chemicals have acquired some of the subsidiaries in these sectors. The P/E ratio of the stock is 75, while sector PE is 23. Now, if the company has that Tata brand name in its name, it is quite obvious that it will have a premium valuation. Now, the PB ratio of the stock is 1.28, while sector PB is 3.21. We can see, looking at PB ratio, it is very lower than the sector PB. Also, it is a mid cap, having a market cap below 20,000 crores. It is into diversified chemicals and stock is 2.3 times volatile as Nifty. Also guys, if you know any other listed company which deals in silica, then please do let me know in the comment section below. Now, if we compare the major tire manufacturers in the country, we can see list of various tire manufacturers, but for the sake of keeping things simple, we'll compare the top 6 tire manufacturer in terms of market cap. Now, one important thing which I came to know while I was researching about these tire manufacturers, that the biggest tire manufacturer with market cap, the highest market cap is of Balkrishna Industries, while I thought till now it would be of MRF. So we can see, and some analysts have given the buy recommendation for these stock, and the highest buy recommendation is for Goodyear India. Now, 1 year forward EPS growth, that is the forecasted growth, we can see it is highest for Apollo Tyres. So Apollo Tyres is leader in this forecasted terms. While 1 year return, JK Tyre has given the maximum return in the last 1 year, which is around 125%, while MRF has given the least returns. 5 year CAGR, then Balkrishna has given returns at a 46.69%, which is highest in the list. While if we look at the debt to equity ratio, then debt to equity ratio is lowest for Goodyear, while it is highest for JK Tyre, which is huge, 228.71. Now this much debt is very huge. If we look at the current ratio, then Goodyear has the highest current ratio in the top 6, while PE ratio, JK Tyre has the least PE ratio, and one of the reason why it has the least PE ratio is its high debt. PB ratio, Apollo Tyres has the least PB ratio. While if we see the promoter holding, we can see highest promoter holding is in Goodyear, which is just below 75%. If we look at the strength factor of these tire companies, then MRF company has the highest total sales in tires. Apollo Tyres has multiple manufacturing units in India, Netherlands, and Hungary, while CEAT offers the widest range of tires in all segments. JK Tires have a capacity of producing 35 million tires per annum, while Balkrishna Industries is the leading manufacturer in off-highway tire and market. So if you think that you can select the best company in tire that would possess all the quality, then it is not the case. Every company has some specialty and they are market leader in some space. Now, all along with the opportunity, tire industry also faces some of the challenges. The biggest challenge for the tire industry is its raw material. The tire industry is raw material intensive and it highly depends upon the imports. Now, as these are imports, so there would be import duty on the material, and import duty on rubber is up to 25%, which is approx rupees 30 per kg. Also, India has sufficient amount of carbon black, but sometimes we export the carbon black and we underestimate the demand in the country, because of which we have to further import carbon black into our country. Now, another challenge for the tire industry is its inability to pass price to OEMs. Now, when the prices of raw material increases, then the company will have to increase the price of tires. But as these tire companies have contracts with OEMs, so there is huge risk that increase in tire price would lead to cancellation of these contracts, because of which they are very resistant towards increasing these prices. And we can see here is a graph of rubber prices over the years and how it affects the gross margin of the tire industry. We can see around 2008 there was high gross margin because rubber prices were low, and we can see how the gross margin fell between the year 2011 to 2013 due to the increase in rubber prices. So this tire industry is very cyclical and the profits highly depend on these raw material prices. Now this was all from this video, guys. If you found the content useful, then please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you.